Okay, so we talked about red raspberry leaf tea, and now we are going to talk about red clover. Red clover blossoms, we see them everywhere, and a lot of people have seen them as kids. I've seen them as a kid and like never even knew. But clover patches, you see the clover patches, the 3-leaf clovers. Sometimes you find a 4-leaf. Well, you know those pretty pink flowers that used to bloom up. Those are the blossoms. Those are the red clover blossoms, and that's what's being used. Though a lot of time people spray pesticides on them, but allegedly, if you're like growing them organically and you're not spraying them with anything, there are people that can go out and they just cut the blossom off and they actually put it in their salads. I mean, you can cut it off and eat it, and it's actually sweet. You know, things like that. I mean, you might want to wash it off. I don't know. Some people are weird like that. So, anyway, a lot of people use it to fertilize soil. They use it to fertilize their livestock. There are people who have, again, used it to help the fertility of their goats and cows and sheep and things like that. There have been some claims against it. I read one thing that said that somebody's whole herd of sheep or something like all had spontaneous miscarriages or something. But there was like nothing to back it up. It was just somebody suggesting it, and I've never seen anything else, you know, against it. It has more plus sides with the fertility portion. It is actually the opposite of red raspberry leaf. It contains phytoestrogens, plant estrogen, not synthetic estrogen, kind of like soy, but I don't think it's as powerful. It's used to treat menopause, but not only is it used to treat menopause, doctors are actually suggesting to women that they eat red clover blossom, they take capsules, or they make infusions to drink it to ease symptoms of breast cancer, ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, things like that. And it's actually shown improvements in some people. So it's traditionally used to help restore cycles, regular cycles, just like red raspberry leaf tea is too. It balances the acid-alkaline levels in your vagina, so it basically makes your hoo-ha all sperm-friendly, so, you know, they don't go in there and die, because, you know, some of us, I mean, some women just have issues with their pH balance. I mean, look at all the crazy stuff we eat. So, it's also used to detoxify your bloodstream. A lot of women actually go through a detoxification process. If you see an herbalist or you see an acupuncturist or a chiropractor, a lot of them talk about going through a detox. And that's one thing that helps with detoxing your body. It's also said to help heal scar tissue in the uterus and in the fallopian tubes. So women, especially women with endometriosis, it's actually said to help them a lot. It heals the scar tissue. Women who have scarring in their tubes, you know, it's said to completely help that. And it's also supposed to help with uterine fibroids. And it's proven to shrink cysts. To shrink cysts. It's been given to women with breast cancer, ovarian, uterine cancer. You know, like I said, tonic improves their symptoms and everything. They don't know that much about it with PCOS yet. They do know that it helps to shrink cysts and fibroids and things like that. But because it's a phytoestrogen, it's kind of like you don't want to take too much of it. You know, it's, as far as making an infusion, they say not to drink more than 4 cups of it a day, but because it's a phytoestrogen, I never really got that far. I only drank 1 cup, and then balanced it out with like 2 to 3 cups of red raspberry leaf, because red raspberry leaf was a phytoestrogen, and we don't, you know, as women with PCOS, we don't want a lot of estrogen. We already have a lot of estrogen. We need, like I said, the progesterone to balance it out. So, the infusion is the same, though. If you buy the herbs, you would likely buy the blossoms. The only problem I've noticed with the bulk herbs is that people can get really expensive. Like 1 pound, I found it for $30 up to $50 for just 1 pound. So, and 1 pound makes like 16 cups. So 1 pound would last you like 2 weeks, I guess. If you were to do like 4 cups a day or something, and then like it would probably last you a whole month if you did like 2 cups a day. So I mean, it depends on you, and a lot of people say to like put the blossoms in your freezer so they don't screw up or anything, but a lot of women dry them out. It's all on you. I just keep mine dry personally, and I didn't even really buy a pound because I don't use that much. I only drink 1 a day. But for women, again, who don't want to do the infusions, they do make the teas. Traditional Medicinals does not make a clover blossom tea. I did find a couple ones that make it. It's just kind of iffy. Originally, when I started out, because I saw how much the herbs were at the time, I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend that much, but I had gone out and bought Nature's Way Red Clover Blossom tablets, and it actually says popular for women. And you take like 2 a day, I think, or something. And it's just a capsule. I can never open stuff without my mouth. It's just a capsule filled with the ground up blossom and some herbal bits, but it's mostly the blossom. It's supposedly not as potent as if you were to make the infusion or the tea, but it's all to your preference. Personally, I like the fact that, the capsules weren't so potent, because I'm just not that comfortable with the fact that it's a plant estrogen. But anyway, aside from all that, red clover's also been used to treat bronchitis, asthma, burns, ulcers, and I think syphilis too. So, these herbs are really great. You can go on any boards. As far as women with PCOS, if you look on soulsisters.net, if any of you are members, a lot of women have had discussions about it. If you look on any trying to conceive boards, whether or not you have PCOS, there are a lot of women that I like read through it for an entire week. I just kept reading and reading about it, and I couldn't believe the amount of women that were drinking this stuff and, taking the herbs and everything, and they were ending up pregnant, or they were helping their bodies out so much, and then they would go to do a cycle or something, and it would, they would pop a positive. There are some women who have not had positive results, and there will always be some. It's not a miracle drug or, herb. It's not going to make everything better, but it could be very helpful and very beneficial. Whether or not it helps me get pregnant, the fact is that I know that it's helping my body and it's helping me regulate, and that's something. At least it's not nothing. So anyway, I just wanted to take the time to tell you guys about these 2 very special herbs. I've been taking them and I love them. And by the way, they both taste really, really awesome. Like, you don't have to add anything to them. I mean, if you wanted to, I guess you could add some honey or something, but they are so good without. Like, they're totally fine by themselves. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys learned something and, go off and, check it out, research, and make a decision. And hopefully it'll help you out like it's helping me out. Bye, guys. Hi, sorry. Before I head off, I just wanted to add one more thing. A lot of women are very afraid of the effects of red clover and red raspberry leaf for early pregnancy should you happen to get pregnant, because a lot of women are afraid that because red raspberry leaf causes mild uterine contractions, that it would potentially, affect a pregnancy. As far as anyone has been told, there are some women that drink it completely through and they just drink 1 cup a day in their first trimester, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third. It is, again, a personal choice. Some midwives and doctors condone it and others do not. Basically, I would say not to worry, that to just discontinue it as soon as you get your BFP. And I've heard a lot of women say that their doctors or midwives told them the same thing, that as soon as they got their positive, to just drop it and, not take it again until later on. Red clover should not be taken at all during pregnancy. Red raspberry leaf, again, usually popular in the 3rd trimester. So I just wanted to throw that in there real quick. I can't believe I even forgot that. But, just that little tidbit. So keep that in mind. Again, make your own decisions, do your research, and I guess I'll just wait and see.